all but perfection.
In all but perfection?
Well, yes, dear, it can't be denied that the fact that your husband is to be beheaded in a month is, in its way, a drawback. It does seem to, take the top off it, you know.
Not necessarily, it all depends.
At all events, he will find it a drawback.
Bless you, it all depends. I think it very delicate of you to refer to such a subject on such a day if my married happiness is to be
cut short.
No, cut short! Let me forget it!
Oh, now, in tears, and on her wedding morn.
They've been reminding me that I want you to be beheaded! Yes, we've been reminding her that you're to be beheaded.
Well, it's quite true, you know, you are to be beheaded.
Now, some bridegrooms would be depressed by this sort of thing. A month! What's a month? Bah! These divisions of time are purely arbitrary. Who says 24 hours make a day?
There's a very popular impression to that effect.
Then, really face it, call each second a minute, each minute an hour, each hour a day, and each day a year. At that rate, we've about 30 years of married happiness before us.
And at that rate, this interview has already lasted 4 hours and 3/4.
Certainly, let's be perfectly happy.
That's the way to look at it. Don't let's be downhearted. There's a silver lining to every cloud.
Yes, how time flies when one is thoroughly enjoying themselves.
By all means, let's thoroughly enjoy ourselves.
Yes, it's absurd to cry. Quite ridiculous.
I'm afraid we're distressing you.
No, I must learn to get used to it. Only please, do it by degrees. Begin by pushing your arm around her waist. There. Let me get used to that.
Wouldn't you like to retire? It must pain you to see us so affectionate together.
No, I must learn to bear it. Now, oblige me by allowing her head to rest on your shoulder.
Like that?
Yes. No. Kiss her! Ah! Thank you! It's simple torture!
Oh, come, Vera! It's only for a month!
No! It's no use deluding oneself with false hopes.
What do you mean?
My poor child. My poor sweet child. How shall I break it to her? My little bride that was to have been.
Was to have been?
Yes. You never can be mine. I just ascertained that by the Mikado's law, when a married man is beheaded, his wife is buried alive.
Buried alive!
Buried alive! It's a most unpleasant death.
But whom did you get that from?
Pooh-Bah is my solicitor.
Oh, but he must be mistaken.
So I thought. So I consulted the Attorney General, the Lord Chief Justice, the Master of the Police. They're all of the same opinion. Never knew such a point of unanimity on a law in my life.
But stop a bit. This law has never been put in force.
Not yet. You see, flirting is the only crime punishable by decapitation, and married men never flirt.
Oh, of course they don't. We quite forgot that. Well, I suppose I may take it that my dream of happiness is at an end.
Darling, I don't mean to appear selfish, and I love you with all of my heart, and I don't suppose I'll love anyone half as much as I do you. But when I agreed to marry you, my own, I had no idea that I should have to be buried alive in a month.
Nor I. It's the very first I've heard of it.
You see my difficulty, don't you?
Yes, and I see my own. If I insist on you carrying out your promise, I doom you to a hideous death. If I release you, you marry Coco at once.
Here's how we do. If I marry you, when the time has come to perish, then the maiden whom you cherish must be slaughtered too. Here's how we do. Here's how we do.
Here's a pretty mess. In a month or less, I must die without a wedding. Let the bitter tears I'm shedding witness my distress. Here's a pretty mess. Here's a pretty mess.
Here's the state of things. To her life she clings. Matrimonial devotion doesn't seem to suit a notion. Barely all it brings. Here's the state of things. Here's the state of things. We love passionate intense, we worship and adore. But the laws of common sense we ought to ignore. If what they say is true, 'tis death to marry you. Here's a pretty state of things. Here's a pretty how we do. Here's a pretty state of things. A pretty state of things. Here's a how we do. Here's a how we do. For if what I say is true, I cannot marry you. Here's a pretty state of